How would you like to have someone working for you full-time whose only job is to send out emails to your prospects and generate leads and meetings for you? Here's the thing. Having a human being actually do this for you is so 2010. And thanks to the wonders of some very inexpensive technology, you can now set up a fully automated cold email prospecting campaign that will help you or your sales team get in front of well-qualified leads. Even if you are a salesperson yourself, you can own this entire process for really, really cheap money. This means that while you are off doing something else, personalized emails are going out to your qualified prospects all throughout the day, as if it's coming directly from you. So if you sell in a world with a larger potential audience, then you must implement a cold email prospecting campaign. At my company, Mark Washak Sales Research and Insights, we have personally used this strategy to get me in front of tons of CEOs, leading to huge dollars. And I've also used this approach countless times with my clients, and the results are amazing. In this video, I'm going to show you the 9 steps to a cold email prospecting campaign that gets you meetings in your sleep. Check it out. Number 1, build a rock-solid cold email list. Now, this is all about understanding exactly who your target prospect really is. You can't build an email list for cold prospecting until you know exactly who that ideal prospect is. So what we need to start with is really understanding who is that perfect prospect for you and for what you sell. And you're ultimately going to create a list of the ideal prospects. So you want to be thinking about what are the industries that are best for what you offer? What's your prospect's title? What are the typical company revenues of the most successful clients that you sell to? What's their employee count? All of those factors are what's going to go into ultimately creating that really, really rock solid email list. And I highly recommend that you build your cold email list with Lyme leads. I've talked about these guys before, and I will talk about them again, because what I love about them is that all of their emails are actually good emails. They're valid, so you don't get tons of bounces. There are so many list companies out there that will sell you a list with emails, and then you get so many bounces. What I love about Lyme leads is you only pay for the valid emails. This is a huge difference. And I've actually worked directly with the CEO of Lyme Leads to provide our community with an amazing deal on email list leads. And so you actually get half off of your first purchase, which is unheard of. Just use the link either in this video or below this video, or you can even just at the Lyme Leads site, use the promo code SalesStrategy2X. It is a no-brainer. You're going to need the email list anyways. And what you want is to make sure that you are only emailing to valid emails. It's such a waste to get all of those bounces, and it's going to shut down your emailing account. Number 2, map out your entire email campaign. Now you are going to use a cold emailing service like QuickMail or Reply.io. I'll have links to them below. They don't pay me to do this, but they're both great services. What you don't want to be using are services like Constant Contact or Aweber, or those email services that are going to send out that HTML email that is going to seem like it's a blast. These emails that you're sending out need to be perceived as if they are sent directly from you to that person as a personal email. And what you want to do in this campaign is at least have a series of about 5 touches. That means that you're going to be sending out the email, you're going to be following up, and in these systems you can set up a sequence where you're following up on these emails, and it just seems like you are a very persistent salesperson. And by the way, the second that the prospect actually replies, the sequence stops. Number 3, personalize your emails as much as possible. It's so important that you don't misspell their name or use a Mr. or a Mrs. Instead, just use first names. In the email, reference the company name. Reference the industry if that's relevant. Make it seem like you've actually written a real personal email. That is going to increase your response rate by so much if the prospect looks at the email and says, oh, wow, this person actually wrote me a personal email. Number 4, make an offer in the email that is of high value to the prospect. So what you want in these emails is to answer that age-old question of WIIFM. What's in it for me? Your prospect is receiving so many emails all day long, and the last thing they need is some cheesy email that's offering some BS discount. Usually in these emails, we're not selling something directly. We're offering them something of value. And so that could look something like a special report, something that you or your organization has put together. Maybe a free assessment that you'll do of their website or whatever it is that you sell that would be relevant to them, providing them with free information. Maybe it would be a book. Maybe it would be some kind of really cool sample. Maybe it's a white paper. Whatever it is, it's got to be something of value, not just, hey, could I pick your brain or could we jump on a call for a minute? That stuff is not of value. No one wants to just jump on a call with you. They don't want to jump on a call with me. Offer value. Number 5, have a very easy call to action. What you want to do is make your email as easy as possible to respond to. So you want to really be asking a very simple question at the end of your email that's going to suck them in and is going to be very easy to answer. An example of a closing question in an email might be something like, would you like me to send over the report? This is really easy because all they have to do is respond and say, sure. Another example is, what's the best mailing address to send the book to? That's a question that we've used in our emailing campaign where I offer to send them a free copy of my book, and the only thing they have to do is just reply with, what's the best address to send the book to? Another example of a question might be, if I send you the white paper, would you be interested in reading it? Again, you're prompting them to either say yes or no. Either answer is fine, you move on. You're going to get people to respond with a yes. Number 6, follow up at least 4 more times. Now, I already referenced this before that you really want to have follow-ups at least sending out about 5 emails in total, which of course means that there's 4 follow-up emails. 1 email is simply not enough. People are getting emails all the time. They don't know if you're a real person. So actually the follow-up emails are where they start to think to themselves, wow, this is a real person. But it's all automated in your campaign. 1 email is not enough. We need to reply to that first email at least 2 times with something really simple like, hey, you might have missed that first email, wanted to see what the best address was or whatever the question is. After those first 2 follow-ups, then maybe send them a completely different email with maybe a different offer. But you want to stay on them. It makes you seem more real. And what's amazing is that when you reply that many times or you follow up that many times, they start to think, wow, this is a real person. Staying on them starts to almost develop a little bit of a relationship. It's a very, very weak relationship, but they're starting to think, wow, this is a real person. They're persistent. Number 7, split test your emails to see which are working. In any cold emailing system, it's going to allow you to split test your emails. And it's going to give you data in terms of how many people opened it, what were the open rates, what were the reply rates. And if you're sending out enough email, this data is going to be tremendously valuable. Because what we find is that, for example, our subjects in the emails will send out a couple different variations of the same email, basically, but with a different subject. And what we find is that one subject always works way better than the others. And you never really know exactly which one is going to work. The other thing that you might want to split test is the actual offer. So maybe you might call something a special report, you might call something else a white paper. Of course, because the only thing we can really test with an offer is the actual reply rate, you're going to have to be sending out quite a few emails to get really valuable data. but we want to be thinking about different things that we can actually offer something. And ultimately, we want to measure everything. Number 8, call prospects immediately after they open your email. Now, this isn't required, but will give you a huge increase in the number of meetings that you ultimately set. If you as a salesperson are already in the process of making prospecting calls, maybe you're making cold calls, now you will never have to make a cold call again because you're going to simply use your emailing service to let you know when prospects literally open your email. And when they open that email, just call within 2 minutes. You will never have to make a cold call again because they will literally have just looked at your email and then it's like their ears are ringing and suddenly you're there to follow up with a call. You are going to get so many more appointments or meetings and ultimately sales as a result of that follow-up call. Number 9, keep feeding the beast with new prospects. What we want to do is not just do this campaign once, but we want to keep this cold email prospecting campaign going all the time. And so what you want to be doing is using whatever list service you use to add new people with their emails regularly. And this again is why we love Lyme Leads, because it's a subscription. So you can just keep using it to fill the beast with new emails once a quarter or so. That's exactly what we do. We'll get a big group of emails, and then we're only sending out about 40 to 50 emails a day. And so over the course of a couple of months, we go through a couple thousand emails, and now we're going to another group. So there are the 9 steps to a cold email prospecting campaign that gets you meetings in your sleep. Again, I have worked with the CEO of Lyme Leads to provide our community with an amazing deal on email list leads. These are for cold emails, and you can get any types of prospects, business, consumer. You will get half off of that purchase, which is truly unheard of. I'm super excited to be working with them on this. So just go to the link that's either in this video or below this video, or you can just use the promo code on their website. It's Sales Strategy 2X. Really, really simple. I want to hear from you. Which of these ideas did you find most useful? Be sure to share below in the comment section to get involved in the conversation. And if you enjoyed this video, then I have an awesome free ebook on 25 tips to crush your sales goals. Just click right here, somewhere right around here, to get it instantly. Seriously, just click right here, get it for free. Also, if you got some value from this video, please like this video below on YouTube, and be sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking my face, which is probably right about here, to get access to a new video just like this one each week.